Makes a great gift item.
I'm waiting for your call.
Our operators are standing by.
Not going anywhere for a while?
Is that cabbage, George?
Yeah, chicks dig it.
Grab a Snickers.
Call now.
Excuse me, think your disposable razor shaves as comfortably as his Gillette Sensor XL? Yeah, well, try Sensor XL. It'll change your mind. After one shave with Sensor XL, we bet you don't go back. Because only Sensor XL has protective microfins for extra comfort and self-adjusting blades for extra closeness. Disposables don't, and Sensor XL gives more shaves per blade than any disposable.
Excuse me.
Take the Sensor XL challenge. Bet you don't go back to disposables.
Hey, I want my Sensor XL back. Hey, hey!
And welcome back to Los Angeles. We're at Inglewood at the Great Western Forum, where after one quarter, the Lakers lead the Bulls.
Right there, Michael taking it strong to the basket for 2 of his 13 points. Now we're going to show you Kobe Bryant takes this ball out of bounds, and watch, he'll go right on the baseline. Nick Van Exel fakes the jump shot. Kobe Bryant continues to move, catches it with his back to the ball and put it in.
Jerry West says he's got a lot more talent than I ever dreamed. Remember, he came out of high school, Lower Merion in Philadelphia, and last week became the youngest player ever to start an NBA game at 18 years and 5 months.
Well, on draft day, they made the statement, a potential star, an incredible prospect. At the end of one, the Lakers are shooting 60%, Chicago 53%. The Lakers have 8 fast break points already, major key.
And the Lakers get it in now to Sean Rooks, and Bryant's pass and a foul inside. It has been a quarter in which each team has had a turn with a big run. The Lakers off to a 10-2 run, and then the Bulls with a 10-point margin there, and then the Lakers finish strong to the tune of 13-4. Steve Kerr starts the second quarter for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers have Van Exel, Campbell, Kersey, Rooks, and Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan on the bench as we start the second quarter. He scored 13 in that first quarter. Campbell working against Caffey. Eldon Campbell with a short jumper. He's off to a good start. As you said, he'd have to play well.
Yeah, and you know, he has a size advantage on Caffey. He can take him off the dribble and shoot up over the top.
8-point lead for the Lakers. Ron Harper being shadowed by Kobe Bryant. Kerr, a 3-point specialist. Here is Pippen. Kersey doing a good job on Pippen. 1 second to try the shot, and they don't get it off, and it's turned over to the Lakers. Lakers with an outstanding defensive sequence. Van Exel, who had 7 points, 6 assists in the first quarter with a jumper, and Pippen cleared.
Well, that's what they love to play, pick and roll basketball on the right wing.
Pippen way off the mark in his 3-point attempt. Caffey keeps it alive. Kerr is open left of the key and hits.
No, you cannot leave. That time Jerome Kersey took off, allowing Kerr to open up. With the Chicago Bulls, you cannot leak out until you take care of the defensive boards first. They are 3rd in offensive rebounding, 15 a game.
35-29 in favor of the Lakers, with Dennis Rodman responsible for a lot of that offensive rebounding work, and a pushing foul called against Huntington as he pushed Sean Rooks. Let's check in with Reggie Fields.
Jackson in that last timeout was not happy. He said, guys, we look passive out there. They've got us running back on our heels. They're getting runouts and everything else. We're good defensive teams. We got to make them earn their buckets, fellas. Let's go. Dick?
All right, thank you very much, Reggie. And a offensive foul by Eldon Campbell pushing off on that lob attempt, and that is the first Laker turnover of the game, and it comes here early in the second quarter.
Well, if you look at the Chicago Bulls and you know that you only give up 90 points a game, and they already have 33 in the first quarter.
No, there's a problem.
You know, either that or there's a math problem.
And this is a Laker team that sleptwalked through last night's game against the Clippers. Pippen to Jason Caffey. Caffey has 4 points off the bench. He has played well, getting more confidence as he goes along. Caffey in his second year out of Alabama.
He's a good player, and that time they caught the Lakers in a switch, and he just took advantage of his strength on Eddie Jones.
Cappy committing the Chicago foul, and that'll be his first personal foul, and a timeout is called.
Hey, Phil Jackson is exasperated, Dick. That is their third team foul, and we still have 9 minutes and 40-some-odd seconds.
All highlights, NBA All-Star Saturday, February 8th on TNT.
Gravity by Foot Locker. Of all the laws of nature, you are my least favorite.
It's not your fault you exist, but gravity.
You are no friend of mine.
You do not belong in my house.
My
Though
house.
you show up every morning.
I defy you, Gravity. You are not my obstacle.
That grin you see, that's me knowing I will beat you.
If only for an
Even
instant.
if it's just for an instant.
Foot Locker, where it all begins and gravity ends.
Lots and lots, tons and tons of tennis balls. Some of the things that are on my Discover card statement. I travel quite a bit. Ooh, I didn't know that the golf balls were on here. Just relax, enjoy nature, and very good. Labidochromis caeruleus. They don't want to play with me now because I beat them 90% of the time. I'll take out $100 to buy the bait, gas up the boat.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
Let's see, what else do I have on
It
this?
pays to Discover. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Back here at the TBS studios, you know, you can change head coaches, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll change directions. Interim coach Bob Stack of the Bullets and his team at Denver, and trailing by 2 after a Dale Ellis jumper. It came down to this. Harvey Grant died. I don't think so. Irvin Johnson with a block. The basket didn't count the other way, but it really didn't matter. Denver wins 106-104. Mark Jackson, great game. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 16 assists for the Nuggets. Right now, we want to go back to the Forum. Lakers Bulls with Dick Stockton.
All right, Vince, thank you very much. And the Lakers with a 4-point lead. And there you see the celebrities come out here. Richard Lewis, among many. You know that they don't miss a, well, she's a veteran, and there's a veteran on Magic Johnson that is, there's a guy who greeted us before the game. How many years has Jack Nicholson been out here? Kobe Bryant controlling the ball, looking inside to Eldon Campbell. Campbell working against Cappy and Harper, and they cannot convert. So Campbell and Rooks in the lineup at the same time, and Rooks with a good hustle steals the ball. What did Jack Nicholson tell you that he grabbed your leg, your pant leg at one point when you were coaching the Atlanta Hawks years ago?
He's in the game all the time.
Kobe Bryant from downtown. Second three-point basket by the Lakers.
You have to get up on Kobe. He's not fast.
Cappy, a little short as it's deflected by Eldon Campbell on the layup. Van Exel stopping and hitting for three. Nick Van Exel for three. And the Lakers have opened up another solid margin in this game. 41-31. It's their biggest lead of the game, and a timeout called by Chicago.
I like the strategy by Del Harris playing Rooks and Campbell together. They're taking advantage of the second unit up front for the Chicago Bulls, kicking out and pushing hard.
The NBA on TBS is brought to you by Jeep, makers of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Cherokee, and Wrangler, and by Sprite. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Over the years, Jeep engineers have made some amazing discoveries.
We found it. Yeah, the perfect power to traction ratio.
And one discovery led to another.
Wow. Increasing the suspension geometry really improves stability out here.
Jeep Grand Cherokee. When it comes to making a great 4x4 even better.
Amazing. The response time of the heated seats?
Yeah. Our engineers never miss a thing.
Hill gave me this shirt personally. Says he likes my moves.
Penny gave me this shirt because he modeled his game after mine.
Well, Hill and I carpool to work every morning.
Penny was going to give me his card, but I wanted the jersey instead.
Hill and I exchange recipes.
Look under Sprite bottle caps, and you can win free Sprite or authentic Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway jerseys. Then, make up a better story.
Penny's my cousin.
Well, Hill played the guitar at my bar mitzvah.
Did you know that when you turn on a light, you're witnessing African-American history? You may know that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but not everyone knows that the carbon filament inside, which makes the light, was invented by Lewis Latimer. Over 100 years ago, Latimer's carbon filament changed the world forever. So turn on the light and learn how other African Americans changed the course of history. Celebrate Black History Month.
Lakers up by 10, and here's Nick Van Exel off to a big start.
Well, you can see he had the advantage right there. Wennington trying to pick him up in transition. Nick just ran to his favorite spot. 6 feet over from the top of the circle on the right side of the floor, looking for 3.
Big game thus far for both Nick Van Exel and Eldon Campbell, who has 10 points as well.
Right now, Chicago going away from the triangle. They look for an open game. Now they just went back into it.
Pippen cutting to the hoop, and a no-look hook shot off the glass by Scottie Pippen. 41-33. Scottie Pippen now with 8 points in the game. And Robert Horry throws that one away. Turns it over to Chicago.
Well, it's a very difficult angle to feed the post from the top of the circle to a guy on the right side posting up. Rooks was definitely not even looking for the ball. He was trying to change direction.
Michael Jordan returns to the game, and he scored 13 in the first quarter, and he's had a pretty good rest in the waning seconds and the first several minutes, almost 5 total, and Jordan has been on the bench, so he is a rested Chicago Bull right now, working against Robert Horry, a bigger player, misses the fallaway. Kobe Bryant in a 3-on-1 fast break for the Lakers. Van Exel misses the scoop, and Horry can't convert. Lakers miss a golden opportunity.
They sure did, Dick, and Van Exel should have given the ball right back, and that time you would have had an uncontested layup.
Wennington is open, and he hits. Bill Wennington very effective from that range.
Well, in this league, when you miss a layup opportunity at one end, Del Harris very upset on the sideline. Give the ball back to the guy with the easy shot.
And Sean Rooks called for the offensive foul as he sends Bill Wennington flying into the photographer's area.
When you have momentum going for you, the thing that you do not want to do is do unnecessary things like this right here. You're going to see, boom, offensive foul. So now you come down the floor, 2 turnovers, and now you're allowing Chicago to get back in.
Here's Jordan working against 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, and Bryant gets a piece of that Jordan shot, and it's intercepted back by Scottie Pippen. And here's Pippen going to the hoop, and Wennington open in and out. Wennington was wide open in the corner that time.
Yeah, but that's his shot. He'll make more of those than misses.
Lakers up by 6. Horry working against Pippen. Fires it up and hits. That's a 3-point basket for Robert Horry, who has 9. And the Lakers have opened up a 9-point lead.
It's nice to see him getting his game back. Because here, the 3-point shooting is there, the rebounding and shot blocking.
Caffey with a turnaround in the lane. Jason Caffey with 6 points off the bench for Chicago so far.
Oh, you can't fall asleep on him. You know, anytime that the Bulls have given him a chance to play big minutes, a year ago and into this year, a second, he puts nice numbers.
Kobe Bryant misses a jumper over Michael Jordan. And now the Bulls come up, trailing by 7. Jordan going to the hoop. Caffey taps it out and into the hands of Horry. Now Nick Van Exel. This has been a wide open end-to-end game that has entertained the fans. This game has lived up to its advanced billing despite the fact that Shaquille O'Neal unable to play tonight because of injury.
That time they just pushed that ball hard, and Steve Kerr was caught in the pivot playing Horry. Now you're going to see right here. Now just watch on this fadeaway. Kobe Bryant gets this, gets a piece of it, and also a piece of Michael's hand. But the ball came in. Nice defensive effort by Kobe Bryant.
Joe Klein, veteran big man who came over along with Ori in the Phoenix Suns deal and not played much, getting a chance. And, of course, they have to go deep into the bench. Does Del Harris with Shaq out of there. And here is Bryant knocked away by Caffey, and the layup by Kobe Bryant. Bryant now with 7 points. Very poised for an 18-year-old and perhaps the biggest pressure game of his young career. Tony Kukoc into the Chicago lineup as well. And Pippen nails a jumper. Scottie Pippen now with 10 points. Second to Jordan's 13 on the Chicago scoring parade. 7-point Laker lead with 5:23 remaining in the first half. Lakers led by 6 after 1 quarter. Eldon Campbell over Caffey. Klein had a chance at it, and finally a push by Caffey underneath.
That's the reason why you have Joe Klein in the game. A shot went up by Elton Campbell. Caffey was on him. Now you have size and strength. Klein on Tony Kukoc. He moved him right underneath and kept that ball alive.
NBA All-Star Weekend's upon us. TNT kicks things off this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern with a preview of the All-Star activities. Then stay tuned at 11 for an encore presentation of the NBA at 50, hosted by Denzel Washington. NBA All-Star Saturday comes your way at 7 p.m. with the Chick rookie game, the American Express $1 Million Shot, the AT&T Shootout, and the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. All-Star Weekend coming up on TNT. Caffey going to the bench, and Luke Longley back into the game for the Bulls.
Now the Lakers are 29th in the league in foul shooting. Everyone thinks it's just because Shaquille O'Neal is shooting 47%. They have 8 of their 12 guys shooting in the 60s and 50s. So it's just not a one-man show here.
9-point lead by the Lakers. Kukoc misses, and Jordan got position, knocked Eddie Jones down. Eddie Jones complaining he was fouled. Meanwhile, while he's complaining, Steve Kerr hits one from downtown. Kerr coming in with the best shooting percentage from three-point range in the NBA.
You have to pay attention to Steve. Not only is he a good three-point shooter, a good field goal shooter as well.
Ori inside, and Gilby, the Lakers going back to their inside game, and that worked for them at the start of the first quarter.
Well, the cutters. See, they've got good cutters on the perimeter people. They're finding it.
Pippen misses from the three-point range, and the Lakers with an 8-point lead and the ball as we get close to the 4-minute mark. Lakers trying to avenge that December 17th loss in Chicago when they led by 18 into the fourth quarter. Campbell with a great spin move. Eldon Campbell is having one of his best games of the year for sure, has 14.
Well, he's saying this is an offense for a post guy. I think I'm back at Clemson. He's never had this many shots.
Longley popping from outside, off the mark. Kukoc gets the offensive rebound for the Bulls. Kerr fires one into Pippen, who's doubled. Pippen looking for a cutter. Nice. It's Kukoc, and Kukoc gets the foul on the basket. Tony Kukoc with his first basket of the game. Finally, Scottie Pippen was able to find an open Bull.
Well, Scottie Pippen, who leads the Bulls with almost 6 assists a game. It's a nice cut by Kukoc. See, right there, Joe Klein thought that it was definitely an offensive foul. Kukoc went right into his chest.
Joe Klein committing the foul, and so Kukoc with a three-point play brings the Bulls to within 7.
Chicago only has 3 guys in double figures for the year. Jordan, Pippen, and Kukoc. Kukoc averaging right around 14 points a game.
Here's Eddie Jones finding an opening to the hoop, but he cannot convert. The rebound by Klein, and he's fouled. So Joe Klein paying big dividends here in the second quarter for the Lakers.
Well, Joe's such a big body. All he has to do tonight is work his way to the offensive glass. He's now kept 3 balls alive. He's making himself big. The reason, the Bulls, you can count on any penetration. They will leave their man and cut the man off and double team him in the lane. That opens you up. Get to the front of the rim. If there's a miss, you're right on the offensive board.
Luke Longley has committed his 3rd personal foul, and Robert Parrish, the Chief, coming in. A rare appearance for Robert Parrish as Longley goes out with 3 personal fouls. And let's take a look at the Visa leaders. All-time games played, #1 at the top of the list is the Chief, Robert Parrish.
Well, right on schedule. You look and you say, well, you know, how much action is Robert getting? He's played in 21 games this year. He started 3. And he's averaging about 10 minutes a game.
Joe Klein hits both free throws. 54 to 45. The Lakers up by 9. Their biggest lead was 10. Here's Parrish working against Klein. And Dickie Simpkins, who's come in the game, throws up a brick off the sides. Both teams going deep into their bench here in the first half by necessity. Shaq not playing for the Lakers, and Longley picking up 3 fouls for the Bulls. Here's Eldon Campbell, who has it stolen by Steve Kerr. And here's Jordan Kukoc with the start. And that quiets the crowd, and that turnover resulted in the easy basket and a 7-point Laker lead.
Well, they catch Elton Campbell dribbling a high dribble, and he was taking his time. He never saw Kerr come on the double team.
Kerr is guarding Van Exel with under 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Dick Stockton along with Hubie Brown and Reggie Theus. Horry misses wildly out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Bulls. Robert Horry averaging over 7 points a game. Was out with a couple of games with a sprained ankle. Has come back, however, and has played well. Campbell missing the jumper.
Elton Campbell is getting so many great looks at the basket.
Jordan with a fake and a foul. Michael Jordan has yet to score here in the second quarter. He had 13 in the first, including 2 from downtown, but he is red hot on this West Coast swing.
Well, you can see almost 32 points a game, but how about the field goal shooting? 58% and then 88 on the line. He only gives you 5 rebounds, 2 steals a game, and we don't talk about his 4 to 5 assists a game.
Making his lone appearance at the Great Western Forum in the regular season. The only other time these teams could play would be in the NBA Finals.
Well, I liked at the beginning of the year, if you remember, he worked very hard with his trainer during the summer, and then in the fall to lose 7 to 8 pounds. He's playing much lighter this year, and nothing has fallen off statistical-wise.
2 minutes to go as Van Exel hits a jump shot. 56 to 49 Lakers. You want to talk about dedication. The Bulls coming in early this morning from Portland, and 3 of the players, including Pippen and Jordan, lifting weights at a local fitness center. Here's Jones, puts the fake on Kukoc. Eddie Jones banks it in for the Lakers.
Great move.
Again up by 9.
A great slashing move. See, I don't think anyone out there can pick up Eddie Jones if you clear out a side. But you have to look for him and get him in the flow.
Jones with 8 points, but has done so much more out on the court, including sterling defensive play. And there he is, picking off another one. Here is Van Exel, open, fires. And Joe Klein battling Robert Parrish in a battle of Neanderthals in this NBA. And out of bounds, it'll be Bulls possession.
Joe's in there hustling. He kept that one alive.
Coming up on the Nike Halftime Report, Vincent Sherrill, scores and highlights from around the league. And changes in Washington. Bullets with a new coach. Here is Simpkins working against Campbell. Jordan puts the fake on Joe Klein and hits Michael Jordan with his first field goal of the second quarter, now with 17.
Even when Michael sat out the 5 minutes, since he's been on the floor, he has just not been in the flow. But now they're starting to look for him. Maybe he's warm and he's commanding the ball right now.
Eldon Campbell inside to Jones, and he's fouled. Lakers very sharp and good ball movement inside today.
At the other end, you're going to see Michael make the move. Joe Klein, no match. Just a quick head fake, got Joe up, and then just beats him off the dribble. At this end of the floor, meaning the Laker time, any time that you throw in, Eddie Jones is quick. The only guy possibly who can match up with him for foot quickness is Pippen. And if he just cuts, keep looking for him and wear out the cut. Reward him with the basketball.
Dickie Simpkins goes out, and Scottie Pippen returns for the Bulls. Pippen with 10 points in the game. Those are Eddie Jones' numbers. He came in averaging over 16 points a game, and Jerome Kersey comes in, and a hand for Joe Klein, the veteran who hasn't played much, really gave the Lakers some good minutes off the bench in this quarter.
Yeah, I think that once they get into the second half of the season, I think we'll see him getting more time backing up Shaquille O'Neal.
60-51, the Lakers in front, and a differential of about 7 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Judd Bushler making his first appearance, number 30 for the Bulls.
Now the Lakers are switching on all ball crosses.
And Horry is matched up against Jordan, up and under. Michael looking for his offensive rebound, and a loose ball foul called against Michael Jordan, his first.
Now, Michael, that was a great move to get the shot off, and then he knew he had missed. He just took off right down the lane. Unfortunately, he had a collision. Now, just keep an eye. He gives you the pump fake, gets underneath. Now, just watch. He knows he's missing. Keep an eye on him, and here's your collision right there.
And he knew it. And remember what Michael Jordan said earlier. He said, you know, if we get too confident thinking that Shaq's not here tonight, that we're going to win in a blowout, we'll find ourselves in a battle. And that is precisely what the Bulls are in for right now.
Well, the tempo is all Los Angeles Lakers. You know, right now we're looking at a 60-point half. And when you think about it, Chicago likes, everyone talks about the fact that they get out and run, they score 102 a game, you know, but what they do is they hold you to 90. The 60 at half is a ton.
You look at their box score and you wonder how they do it. Defense is how they do it.
Absolutely.
Lakers are 10 of 10 from the free throw line, so they haven't turned it over, and they have been perfect from the stripe. And Van Exel fouls Steve Kerr. That 5.5 seconds remaining.
Dick, that is a very bad foul. I mean, you're talking now, Steve Kerr, you know, fouled to take it.
You got a foul to give, that would be all right. But they did. Teams, Hubie, the Lakers actually led 72-57, a 15-point advantage. And as we know, in overtime, the Bulls finally won. So this one is obviously not settled. But the things you pointed out at the outset about what the Lakers had to do, they must have heard you, because Van Exel, Campbell, inside play have come up big in this game.
Well, Campbell with the 14 points, and then the 3 guys on the perimeter, all in double figures. 4 players in double figures, plus they're pushing, and they already have over 60 points. That's what you must do to a team that wants to play half-court basketball.
And they have continued to push it up, and if they continue to do it, they'll be in it throughout the whole game. Let's take a look at our halftime statistics. And it shows the Lakers shooting 53% and perfect from the free throw line.
Now, the quick board, the fast break points, 13-6, very important. And then the big key, points